Hi my ladies, welcome to the channel. My name is Vera Anomnachi. So in today's video, I already have this Nigerian threading done. Alright, I've had it for 3 days. I wanted it to stretch my hair a little bit before I can start braiding. Okay, because as some of you know, I recently cut my hair. It's too short and then the tips are really hard and very blunt, so I wanted it to stretch my hair so I can be able to do the braids neatly. So I'm gonna go ahead and add edge control, okay, and then I'll comb the hair very well. All right, so after combing the hair, I'm gonna go ahead and make like the three braids. Like I'm gonna braid it down, all right, just like that. Okay, I'm gonna do that. After doing that, then I'll start with the braids. Alright guys, I'm going to be using Sweeten Hair Wool. They're newly improved. Okay, so some of you already know that this is one of the hairs I like to use out here on my channel. Okay, and then the company gives it to me for free. I don't have to pay. I don't buy them. Alright, so that's the length that I cut initially. But I went off the camera and I had to cut into two because I didn't want a very long length. Okay, so it means I cut it into 4 places. All right, yeah, so this is what the length actually looks like, and this is the size I'm going to be going ahead to braid with. Okay, so to make this knotted braid, loose braids that looks like knotless braids, I had to use a crochet to put one first in, and then I'm going to take a little section of the hair, and then I'll start with the threading, like I'm tying it once or twice. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and start braiding a very tight braid. Okay, I'm also going to be adding hairs as I go. All right, because we want it a little bolder than what we already have. So I'm going to go ahead and add, like I'm braiding the knotless braids so nobody sees that we've crossed hair around it. All right, so I'll add until I get the size of the hair that I would really want. All right, and then after adding, I'm going to go ahead and start losing my hands. Okay, so this is the way that I used to do loose braids. I didn't used to add anything or any product. At the end of the day, I realized that the hair starts getting old after like 3 days. Of course, that's what loose braids does. Okay, after 3 days or after a week, you start seeing hairs all over. All right, but then I learned a new trick, a new technique. I said, let me try and see what's gonna happen, and that's what I did. And because I'm braiding the hair myself, I won't be able to do the trimming. Okay, so it's best I do that technique. So I'm going to be showing you next, after this one, how you can actually do that technique so that your loose braids can last for as long as you want it to be. All right, so yeah, so this is the first one that I have braided. Can you see it looking like knotless braids? Yeah, so the next thing I'm gonna do right now is to braid the third one because I braided the second one off the camera. All right, so I'll attach the hair and pull out. Okay, making sure that the ends are equal, are even. All right, and then I'll take hair, I'll take hair and then I'll start braiding. Okay, I'll just do like the threading 1, 2, 3 times, and then I'll start braiding. Make sure you braid a tight braid, okay? And then I'll add the hair. Don't start making loose braids from the ends, from the beginning where your hair is, okay? All right, so after adding the size that I want, I'm gonna go ahead and then use a styling mousse. Okay, use a lot, be generous with it, and apply it on the hair, and then you start braiding your loose braids. When you do this, you realize that the styling mousse locks every flyaways inside. It locks it in, it doesn't bring it out. Okay, that way you don't really have to stress with trimming and all of that. After braiding, you get a very neat and perfect braid. All right, so this is what this hair looks like. When you braid it, it turns itself upside down, but when you are done, you can turn it around to how you want it to be. So this is how neatly these braids are. Okay, yeah, so recently I just got hungry for braids. Okay, I really don't braid my hair because I don't keep braids for a very long time. It inconveniences me. Okay, so I really don't like to braid, but this period I felt like let me do this loose braids that I see people wearing up and down. Okay, but I feel like let me do something a little different, not as long as the one they've been doing. Okay, to be like a bob form of it. That's how come I'm making these loose braids, okay? So that you all can see how you can actually make your loose braids, and it will look like knotless braids, and it's also going to be very neat and beautiful. Don't forget, guys, your styling mousse is very important when you are making loose braids, okay? I've seen some people using styling gel to make loose braids. It is very wrong to use gel to make loose braids, because if the person sweats, the hair starts smelling, and then if rain touches the person's hair, the hair is a mess. So when you use styling mousse, we all know that styling mousse dries really fast and it locks the hair very well. Okay, so make sure you use your styling mousse whenever you want to make any bulky loose braids. Keep enjoying your video. Alright guys, so as you can see, I'm done with the braids. See how beautiful and neat the braids is. I started braiding this hair around 1 p.m. and I finished braiding around 6:30 to 7 p.m. That's like 6 to 7 hours. Alright, I'm gonna be using this my face steamer to warm up the hair. Okay, when you make loose braids, you don't need very hot water for loose braids. Okay, you need lukewarm water. And I was going somewhere, I didn't want my hair to be all wet, I don't want my clothes to be all messy. I had to use this. Please, I didn't say it is mandatory to use this, it is optional. Use a lukewarm water. Don't use very hot water, don't use cold water, don't use very warm water as well. I don't know how to explain the kind of water you need, but I know that the water doesn't have to be too hot, else it will shrink your braids. Loose braids do not need a lot of hot water. That it doesn't need too much hot water. Okay, yeah. So this face steamer is also therapeutic. Okay, it massages your scalp. You see when the heat goes into your scalp, it's really nice. You see that thing that they do with a towel, to use a hot towel to press your head, is really nice. So when I got to the end, I used hot water because I want the tips to be really sleek. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. And hi guys, if you are still watching this video and at this point you still haven't clicked on the like button, I encourage you to please do so. Just do your girl a favor and subscribe to this beautiful channel. Okay, we promise you will love it out here. All right, so guys, after the hot water process, I didn't trim. I went on ahead to use a styling mousse. I didn't feel like there was a need to trim the end because it was already equal. Okay, and I did cutting 4 down and cutting 3 at the top. All right, 4 down and 3 at the top. Okay, but then the length is totally dependent on you. Go ahead and do whatever length you want. After that, voila, look at how beautiful and clean these are. Can you see? Neat. How neatly done this hair is. I didn't trim, I didn't cut. So beautiful. So I wanted something more. I wanted ahead to use these beads that I use in making handbags. I make beaded bags as well. Okay, I wanted to try one color, but my nephew says I should try both colors to see if both will be beautiful. Okay, and then when I use both colors, all right, I actually saw that both colors were actually really nice, and then that's how come I had to use 2 colors. And as to where you are going to get these beads, I don't know what the beads are called. I usually just go to the market and I buy beads that I see that are really nice. Okay, and the bags I don't sell them, I do them myself, I use them myself. So guys, when I finish, I'll go ahead and cut the ends. Okay, and then I'll bend the tips with a match. Okay, bend the ends with a match, and after bending the ends, this is what we have. Okay, I'm gonna go off the camera and do the rest. And ooh la la, guy, check your girl out now. Look at these beautiful braids. Like, I single-handedly made this. How beautiful. Thank you so much guys for sticking with your girl up to this point. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button and love on your girl, guys. That's the only way you can love on me. All right, thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video, and I am praying for you. Don't forget to also share this video so that other people can also learn how to make these dope braids. I love you. Bye.